Number 7. 1967 Rambler Rogue Convertible. Let's kick things off with a car most people under 50 have never even heard of. The 1967 Rambler Rogue Convertible. Rambler was once a household name in America, but by the mid-60s, the brand was fading fast, swallowed up by the new American Motors Corporation identity. The Rogue Convertible was AMC's last-ditch attempt to inject some youthful excitement into the aging Rambler lineup. It came with a peppy 290 cubic inch V8, sporty bucket seats, and a rakish drop-top design that actually turned heads on American streets. For a brief moment, it looked like Rambler might have a fighting chance in the muscle car wars. But here's the twist. AMC made a corporate decision that would erase Rambler from history books forever. Starting in 1968, the Rambler name was retired completely, replaced by the AMC brand identity. That meant the Rogue Convertible got exactly one model year to prove itself before being wiped off dealership lots for good. Today, surviving examples are shockingly rare, since so few were built, and even fewer convertibles survived rust and time. If you ever spot one at a car show, you're looking at a genuine piece of vanished automotive history. And trust me, the next car on this list disappeared for an even stranger reason. Number 6. 1968 Mercury Cougar XR-7G. Now let's talk about a car with serious racing pedigree that most Mercury fans have completely forgotten. The 1968 Mercury Cougar XR-7G. That letter G wasn't random. It stood for Dan Gurney, the legendary American racing driver who lent his name and expertise to this special performance package. Gurney worked directly with Mercury to create a Cougar that looked and drove like nothing else on the showroom floor. It featured a unique hood scoop, driving lights mounted up front, wire wheel covers, and a raised white letter tire package that screamed performance. Under the hood, buyers could option serious horsepower, making this one of the most collectible Cougars Mercury ever produced. So why did it disappear after just one single year? Production numbers tell the story. Only a few hundred were ever built, making it one of the lowest volume special editions in Mercury's entire history. Dealers struggled to sell such a niche, expensive package, and Mercury quietly pulled the plug before the 1969 model year even began. Today, genuine XR-7G models are among the most sought-after Cougars on the collector market, with some selling for well into six figures. And speaking of 1969, our next forgotten car takes muscle car performance to an entirely different level. Number 5. 1969 Mercury Cyclone CJ. Here's one that muscle car purists still argue about today. The 1969 Mercury Cyclone CJ. The letters CJ stood for Cobra Jet, referencing the ferocious 428 Cobra Jet V8 engine stuffed under its hood, a powerplant borrowed straight from Ford's most aggressive performance program. This wasn't just a badge job. The Cyclone CJ was a genuine street brawler, capable of running quarter miles that embarrassed far more expensive sports cars of its era. Mercury even offered a ram air induction option, forcing cold air directly into the engine for an extra performance edge. For American muscle car fans in 1969, this was as serious as it got. But Mercury's marketing team never fully committed to promoting it, and the Cyclone name itself was already living in the shadow of Ford's more famous Torino lineup. Buyers simply didn't know it existed, and sales numbers reflected that confusion. By 1970, Mercury restructured the entire Cyclone lineup, and the CJ package as it existed in 1969 was gone forever, replaced by different trims and engine options. Surviving 1969 Cyclone CJs, especially with the Ram Air option, are considered holy grails among Ford and Mercury muscle collectors today. Now, our next entry involves a car so obscure that even Oldsmobile historians sometimes forget it existed. Number 4. 1970 Oldsmobile Rally 350. This next car proves that sometimes even brilliant ideas get killed by bad timing. The 1970 Oldsmobile Rally 350. Picture this. Insurance companies across America were cracking down hard on big block muscle cars, making premiums skyrocket for anything with serious horsepower. Oldsmobile's clever response was the Rally 350. Instead of a massive engine, Oldsmobile took their smaller 350 cubic inch V8, tuned it for performance, and wrapped it in one of the wildest paint jobs Detroit ever produced. Every single Rally 350 came in a shocking Sebring yellow paint, with yellow bumpers, yellow wheels, and even yellow interior accents. It was impossible to miss on the road, and it gave insurance-conscious buyers a way to look fast without paying big block premiums. It should have been a hit. But American buyers in 1970 still wanted raw power above clever engineering, and the smaller engine turned off traditional muscle car shoppers. Sales badly disappointed Oldsmobile executives, and the entire Rally 350 concept was scrapped after this single model year, never to return. Today, that all-yellow appearance package makes surviving Rally 350s instantly recognizable and highly desirable among Oldsmobile collectors. Coming up next, we're heading into Jeep territory with a special edition that almost nobody remembers existed. Number 3. 1973 Jeep Super Jeep CJ 5 Special Edition. Now we're shifting gears into off-road territory with a Jeep that longtime enthusiasts still debate over campfires. The 1973 Jeep Super Jeep, based on the legendary CJ5 platform. American Motors Corporation had recently taken control of Jeep, and they wanted to prove this rugged brand could also deliver style and flash, not just utility. The Super Jeep package delivered exactly that. Buyers got bold graphics running down the sides, a unique color-matched roll bar, wide off-road tires, and trim details you simply couldn't find on a standard CJ5. It was Jeep's attempt to capture younger, adventure-seeking American buyers who wanted their off-roader to also look good parked at the drive-in. For one glorious model year, it worked. The Super Jeep turned heads at dealerships nationwide. But AMC's marketing budget was stretched thin across multiple brands, and by 1974, the Super Jeep graphics package was quietly discontinued in favor of other special editions, including the more famous Renegade trim that would follow. That means genuine 1973 Super Jeeps represent a tiny, specific snapshot in Jeep history, sandwiched between eras and largely forgotten by casual fans. Collectors who know Jeep history consider these a genuine sleeper find. Next up, we're heading to Pontiac for a car with one of the strangest names in Detroit history. Number 2. 1977 Pontiac Can Am. Here's a car with a name borrowed from professional racing and a backstory involving a literal factory disaster. The 1977 Pontiac Can Am. Pontiac took their Lemons platform, dropped in serious performance touches, and applied a shaker hood scoop along with aggressive spoilers and striping, creating a machine that looked ready to dominate the era's declining muscle car scene. For American car enthusiasts starving for performance during the fuel crisis 70s, the Can Am felt like a breath of fresh air. Early buyer response was strong, and Pontiac dealers were optimistic about a long production run ahead. Then disaster struck, quite literally. The mold used to create the Can Am's distinctive rear spoiler broke during production, and Pontiac's parent company General Motors decided replacing it simply wasn't worth the cost. Without that signature spoiler, the entire Can Am concept fell apart, and production was abruptly halted after producing only a few thousand units in this single model year. Just like that, one broken mold ended an entire model line forever. Today, genuine Can Am spoilers are so rare that reproduction parts command serious money among restorers. It's one of Detroit's strangest cancellation stories. And now, we've arrived at number 1, the most forgotten disappearing act on our entire list. Number 1. 1977 AMC Hornet AMX. We've finally reached number 1, And this forgotten American icon might be the most tragic story on our entire list. The 1977 AMC Hornet AMX. American Motors took their compact Hornet platform and dressed it up with the legendary AMX Performance Badge, a name that once represented serious muscle car credibility throughout the late 60s and early 70s. The Hornet AMX featured aggressive styling cues, a spoiler package, distinctive stripes, and a performance-oriented image that AMC desperately needed during a difficult decade for American automakers. It represented one final attempt to keep the AMX performance legacy alive inside a smaller, more fuel-efficient package suited to changing American tastes. But here's the sad twist. This would be the very last year the legendary AMX name appeared on any American Motors vehicle. After 1977, AMC retired the AMX badge permanently, ending a storied performance nameplate that had once competed directly against Ford and Chevrolet's biggest muscle car names. That makes this particular Hornet AMX far more than a forgotten one-year model. It's genuinely the final chapter of an entire American performance legacy, closing the book on a name that once meant serious business on American streets. If you own one of these, you were driving history without even realizing it. 7 American legends, gone after just 1 year. Which forgotten classic surprised you most? Drop your answer below, hit subscribe, and join us next time for more disappearing American automotive history.